All right, let's just dive right into this explainer and completely dismantle a massive myth. You know the one, the idea that you have to invent the next big, flashy tech unicorn just to build real wealth. Today, we're unpacking a fascinating framework that looks at exactly why certain types of everyday enterprises quietly rake it in, while those flashy startups just burn through cash and disappear. The core idea here? It's surprisingly simple. We're looking at why boring businesses actually earn more. By the end of this, you're going to walk away with a real, grounded blueprint for building wealth, completely minus that insane Silicon Valley stress. Honestly, it might permanently shift how you look at entrepreneurship. So, do you need a brilliant, unique idea to get rich? I want you to literally pause and think about that for a second. Because, be honest, do you ever just feel completely exhausted by the constant pressure to be wildly innovative? We are constantly fed this narrative by the media, by tech culture, that success demands absolute, unadulterated genius. Like you need a lightning strike of inspiration that completely disrupts an entire industry. But what if they have it entirely backwards? Challenging that exact belief is the whole foundation of what we're looking at today. It leans into a much more grounded reality about how money actually changes hands out there in the real world. See, we're constantly sold on this exhausting, high-risk pursuit of the brilliant, unique idea. But what if we swap that anxiety-inducing hustle for the nice, steady path of boring, repeatable income? This contrast right here is exactly why this framework is such a game changer. It basically replaces overwhelming anxiety with a totally predictable blueprint. It tells us, hey, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, and you definitely don't need to conjure up a brand new market out of thin air. You just need to own a really good, really boring wheel. It is all about fulfilling a demand that's already there, rather than trying to manifest it from scratch. Now, of course, if we're going to challenge the dominant startup narrative, we need to know this stuff actually holds water, right? This isn't just some theory thrown together by an armchair entrepreneur over the weekend. The framework we're exploring is backed by a degree in business strategy and, crucially, 7 full years of deep, dedicated research. 7 years. That's 7 years of analyzing real-world businesses, figuring out exactly what fails spectacularly and what quietly, predictably thrives. So we're not just guessing here. We're looking at the culmination of a massive study on what actually drives consistent cash flow. And that brings us to a really crucial piece of wisdom. As the author Morgan Housel often points out, true wealth isn't built on flash. It's built on the compounding power of the mundane. It's all about consistency over time. And that's our whole vibe for this explainer. We are literally actively avoiding the get-rich-quick sleaze and focusing purely on the reality of long-term business. The compounding power of everyday, mundane transactions, that is where the actual magic happens. No, it's not flashy, and no, it won't make for a blockbuster movie or a viral headline. But man, it makes for a very healthy, very stress-free bank account. Section 1, customizing your boring niche. Let's move right into this next phase and see how we can take this from an abstract theory into something concrete that actually fits your specific skills. Because the true beauty of a boring business is that it's not locked into just one traditional industry. You can totally customize this. Just look at these categories. If you're a tech person, your boring business doesn't mean inventing the next big social network. It could literally just be managing newsletter subscriptions, running a niche job board, or building tiny micro SaaS tools. Maybe you sell templates for Notion or Canva. Or hey, if you like getting your hands dirty locally, think about dumpster rentals, mobile car detailing, or pressure washing. Vending machines are a classic, right? And even if you're in the cutting-edge AI and automation space, guess what? There is still incredibly boring money to be made. You can build a highly profitable setup just by creating simple AI chatbots for local dentists or doing automated lead gen for real estate agents. You don't have to default to just, laundromats. You just swap those out for the mundane necessities of whatever industry you already know inside and out. So how do we actually evaluate these options? Well, instead of chasing completely arbitrary startup valuations or, vanity user counts, keep your feet firmly on the ground. Look at the tangible metrics. You want to track your exact startup costs and project some realistic, down-to-earth income estimates. But honestly, it goes beyond just the spreadsheets. Think about the day-to-day operations, like the calm routine of managing your template store or the deeply satisfying feeling of finishing a pressure washing job. Because the ultimate goal here isn't getting your face on the cover of Forbes. The goal is waking up to a clean dashboard, showing recurring, automated straight payments just rolling in. That is the true metric of a successful boring business. Section 2, the ultimate plot twist. Now, as we hunt down the absolute best boring business model out there, we actually hit a massive plot twist. And it's a twist that completely redefines everything we've talked about. Because the absolute best boring business to start, actually, scratch that. It isn't a traditional business at all. It is a universal principle. Recurring revenue. This is that foundational mechanism where customers make continuous automated payments. It completely transforms a stressful one-time transaction into a mindset-shifting income stream. This right here, this is the secret engine. This is what turns a mundane little operation into a wildly profitable cash flow machine. It's the exact thing that makes all those boring businesses we just looked at so incredibly stable. It's really not just about what you sell. It's about structuring it so you get paid for it month after month, year after year. To really make this abstract concept click, let's think about popsicles. Selling a popsicle is a daily grind, right? You make a sale, you get a couple bucks, and then you have to immediately hustle to find another customer before your inventory literally melts in the sun. It's an exhausting one-and-done transaction. But renting out the popsicle cart, that's a whole different ballgame. When you rent out the cart, you establish a system of recurring revenue. You aren't out there sweating, chasing individual sales anymore. You own the underlying asset that generates continuous automated payments for you. And that is the fundamental mindset shift from being just a worker to being an owner. So the massive question I want to leave you with today is this: how can you apply recurring revenue to your own boring skills? The data, the philosophy, everything we've covered in this explainer points to one super clear conclusion. You need to stop driving yourself crazy searching for that once-in-a-lifetime genius idea. Instead, look at the everyday skills you already have. Look at the mundane, everyday necessities in your specific niche, and figure out how to rent out your own proverbial popsicle cart. Embrace the boring. Focus entirely on repeatable income, and go build something that quietly, consistently works for you. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this gives you a completely fresh perspective on where true wealth is actually generated.